Hey guys, it's me Max, I'm bringing guys some more things, right? It's Tony, justice for all. In the last episode, we started off the second part of the trial. So right now we are, of course, hearing the testimony of Morgan Fay. I requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police. A pistol was hanging from Mr. Myers' hand and she was in a daze. Then, quite suddenly, she thrusted me away from herself and escaped from the room. With great strength, she hit the base of my neck and I fainted for a short while. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that. Why have you hidden this until now? I did not wish to cause more trouble for Mr. Meyer. However, I was correct. I must correct falsities when they arise. That's right. She is simply correcting falsities. Falsities? Is that a falsity? Is that how you say, Mr. Phoenix? Right? Why is she making it a point to take a stab at me? Never mind. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. My aunt is very smart and sly person. It's going to be hard for us to find a crack in her testimony. Alright, so let's go through the usual steps and press everything. See what kind of information we can get out of her. Just now, you said those two. Who were the two people you're referring to? I was referring to that foreign lady and yourself, good sir. Loss is not a foreigner, despite how she talks. Oh, is that so? I'm sorry. I simply could not understand her atrocious English, not to mention, she looked awful. I could see people in the heartland gearing up for a riot. In any case, I have already sent the repair bill to your office, Mr. Wright. Oh, thanks. What did you do after that, Miss Fay? Was it really necessary to have two people from something so simple called the police? If there was a possibility of escape, then one of us should have stayed behind. Yes, that is a very good point. At that time, I myself was a little confused. On top of which, there was another. Another what, man? Oh, it's nothing. No need to concern yourself. I want to hear. Yeah, question it further. There was another reason you wanted both of us out of the room, wasn't there? You must testify. Why did you chase us out of the courtroom? I simply did not wish for there to be more victims. The lives of both the good sir and that camera woman may be in danger, is what I thought to myself. Well, that was very noble of you, Miss Fay. This is bad. Now people have a good impression of her and a bad one of us. Looks like she caught us napping. That's my aunt for you. Are you satisfied now, Mr. Wright, Miss Fay? Please continue. A pistol was hanging from Mr. Myers' hand and she caught into the gate. During our investigation, you stated that you struck the defendant on the head. You were struck by the defendant on the head, and this strike caused Meyer to lose consciousness. Do you stand by this statement? I'm afraid I don't. That statement I gave you was a lie. But why did you lie about something like that? It's very painful for me to say this, however. The witness was lying to cover for the defendant. She was covering for Meyer. So you were covering for the defendant? Well, yes, it was only later that I was informed of what had occurred. That the renegade Mr. Meyer had done something very unexpected. Something unexpected? What? Pray tell, does she... This witness didn't and couldn't have seen what happened. If you want to know what this unexpected thing was, there is always later. Yes, very well. Ugh. Why does it suddenly feel like there's a rock in the pit of my stomach? Now, witness, continue with what happened. Then quite suddenly, she thrusted me away from herself and escaped from me. Was it really that easy for her to escape from you? I'm ashamed to admit to such a thing. However, yes. But you are physically larger and stronger than the defendant. There's no way she could have escaped from you so easily. Have you forgotten already, Mr. Phoenix Wright? What about this picture? Remember that at the time the defendant was not physically Maya Fey. Growing old is such a mysterious thing, trust me, I know firsthand. Basically, Mystic Maya's body was still that of the nurse she had called. But if she had run away, wouldn't you have given chase right away? Well, yes, I would have. However, with great strength, she hit the base of my neck and I fainted for a short while. Ow. You fainted? I became dizzy and then collapsed on the floor. How long were you unconscious? I'm not sure. About 10 minutes, perhaps. And the defendant almost certainly went somewhere in that time. Happy? Witness, elaborate on that point for us. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that. Is that because you were unconscious? Why, yes. Great. Well, now what? Question. So while you are unconscious, you have absolutely no idea where the defendant went. I would think that's obvious, good sir. If that's true, then how can you know for sure that the defendant left the channeling chamber at all? Now that you mention it, I have to wonder myself. True that this witness is not able to confirm this, but the key word here is this witness. What do you mean by that? You mean she has another witness up her sleeve? That's what. It looks like Miss Von Karma is ready to move on to her next witness. Alright, that's enough. From what I can tell, there is nothing wrong with this witness's testimony. And from what she has said, we can establish that Maya Fey did leave the channeling chamber. I hope this isn't going to come and bite me, come back and bite me us in the butt. Now, let's take the next logical step and ask, where did the defendant go after leaving the channeling chamber? Yes, that is exactly. Be quiet, you. Now then, what the escapee had done was she had gone to speak with a certain person. She went to speak with someone? Who was it? The prosecution calls Miss Innie, who was sleeping in the side room at the time. Innie Minnie? I think you can see where this is headed. Witness, name and occupation. Okay, so my name is like Innie Minnie. I'm like researching like parapsychological stuff at the university. What is this parapsychology? Psychology, sorry. Let's see. It's like, I guess most people call it occult stuff. Even if that's what most people call it, I can't say I understand what that means. Then I suggest you go home and research it yourself. Yes, sir. Now then, Miss Minnie. After the murder took place, you spoke with the defendant Maya Fey. Is that correct? Well, like, I guess. If that's the case, then let's hear your testimony. That is alright, isn't it, Your Honor? Yes, sir. For the love of all things good, Your Honor, have some spine for... Come on, like, you went through, like, 5 to 6 different cases with this guy. You know how he's like. This guy has no spine whatsoever. He's probably the worst judge ever. Like, when the challenging started, I was, like, sleeping in the side room. Like, a little later, someone came to my room, like, really suddenly. It was like, oh my god, totally my sister. I, like, hadn't seen her in, like, so long. I was so happy in, like, a sad way. My sister, she, like, told me something, like, totally terrible. Now, hold your horses, young lady. You're saying that the person that entered was your sister? Don't you mean the defendant, Maya Fey? Really now, Your Honor. Maya Fey was still in the middle of the channeling at the time. Are you saying that the spirit was the spirit of this witness's sister? Yes, Mimi Minnie. She was a nurse at Dr. Gray's clinic. Oh well, this is... Witness. Like, yeah? In your testimony, you mentioned a terrible thing. Why don't you tell the court what this terrible thing was? I'm sure we'd love to hear about it. Like, do I totally, like, really have to? Of course. Miss Minnie, please. My sister, like, this is what she said to me. That was no accident. I was drugged with sleeping pills. I was murdered by that person. That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair, isn't it? Innie? She took her revenge? Are you sure that's what she said? Yes. Are you satisfied, Your Honor? I still can't believe it. I can't believe that a spirit would go so far as to use a medium to get revenge. It is a bit hard to swallow. Like another thing to think of. However, all the evidence and testimonies point to this as the truth. The end. What do you think, Mr. Wright? It certainly seems like all the loose ends are accounted for. This testimony just now, was it all made up? Was it one who's lied? Of course it was Phoenix. Mia, what do you mean? It's well constructed, but that's all it is. But even the most well-spun lies can be undone. We can do it, Phoenix. Let's find that one loose thread and unwind this tapestry of lies. Your Honor, there's room for doubt, so the defense will cross-examine this witness. I believe that our cross-examination will reveal the real truth behind this murder. Yet again, the foolish fool spouts out more foolish drabble. I wonder if you'll make this one more entertaining than the last. Okay, after the man. I really want to speed this up, but it goes on really slowly. Yeah. Was that because of your sesame allergy, was it? Like, that's right. I think there were sesame seeds in that lunch they served that day. I had this premonition that it was totally gonna be a seedy day. Yes, indeed. I see. Am I the only one who missed the boat here? Anyway, so you were taking a nap. Did something happen while you were sleeping? Like someone came to my room. Do you know the time? Like maybe a little before 11 a.m. Something like that, I think. 11 a.m. Like my stomach. Hold on a second. I want to check something. When did that spastic die? Oh, it doesn't say. It doesn't say what time, the time of death, so it doesn't. I guess something small. Ah, no, I think you misunderstood me. I'm not asking what the time it is now. I meant what time was it when someone came into your room? Oh, so like that what you meant? Like you should have been more like clear about it. Sorry, my bad. No, it's okay. Like it's really. That's it. Why'd you stop mid-sentence? Did I? So like, what were you talking about again? Oh my god. Never mind. Witness about this person who entered the zone. It's my sister. Are you absolutely sure? I guess. You guess? Was it or was it not your sister who entered? Like, I don't know. I mean, like, I totally don't know your sister at all, Mr. Smith. Oh my god. First off, my name is not Mr. Smith. Second, I'm an ugly child. But more than that, she's managed to mess up the question with her answer. Well, Miss Wright, the defense rests. Well, that was a colossal waste of time. Now then, witness, how did you feel when you saw Miss Mini? Happy in a sad kind of way. You were happy in a sad kind of way? Yeah, like, I mean, it was my sister. But wouldn't most people react with surprise after seeing a dead loved one alive again? But like, maybe if I was like someone who didn't know about like the occult, but I like know all about the Korean channeling technique. The point here is that the witness immediately recognized that it was her sister. Yeah, like what she said. Should I drop this line of questioning? Let's keep going. No harm in it. So you really didn't think anything strange of the whole encounter? No. Like, there wasn't any reason for me, like, think anything was strange. But how? Don't keep badgering her. You know the phrase objection. Could you try using that once in a while? Mr. Wright. This question of what the witness felt when she saw her sister. Is it really important? I feel it's very important. It's very important, although I haven't quite figured out what it is yet. And I've got the bluff for now and make it seem like I know what I'm talking about. Alright. Mr. Wright, Miss Minnie, please amend your testimony. Like, okay, like, totally cool with that. I wasn't, like, scared at all, and, like, her costume looked totally, like, normal. Okay, that's straight up. That doesn't make any sense. There was nothing odd about it at all about his sister's appearance. Like, yeah, nothing was, like, weird. Mia's talking to herself like she's found something wrong. That's impossible. I know. I figured it out. But we'll continue with the pressing just so you guys can see. Just so you guys can see the rest of the dialogue. Something terrible. What this thing she told you? Like, didn't I just like tell you about it? Did you like forget already? Says the girl who has the fucking memory of a goldfish. God's sake. A foolish fool with a foolish sieve for a brain only speaks foolishly with foolish words. Oh man, she loves that way. Well, excuse me, princess. Oh, I can't believe they used this line. Oh man, I'm gonna continue. I'm sorry, could I hear the story one more time? Like, sure, probably not, no problem. Ah, that was no accident. Blah. Okay, like, how was that? Scary. Like, I'm sorry, maybe I put too much spookiness into it. I know there has to be something here I can use, but where? She's really put a lot of thought into this lie, didn't she? We can't rush this. Let's take it slowly. Was there a better time? She's bound to slip up somewhere. She did, and I know exactly where to steer up. It was pretty obvious at that point. Which one? Like normal. How's it normal? It's covered in fucking blood. That was very well spun line, Miss Eni. What are you babbling on about this time, Mr. Felix Wright? It's well constructed, but that's all it is. Stealing my nails now. Are we finished? Well, you ain't technically here, so you're technically dead, so it's kind of my lines now, isn't it? You know what I mean? May I remind you of what you said? You said that for a dead person, she doesn't really act dead, does she, Mia? She doesn't really act very dead. Like, she must love coming on me. But I don't really think you thought that all. Take a look at this picture. This is a picture of the sister you've met. I would think that even you would be surprised if someone like this appeared in before you. The blood story? Miss Eni, why did you not include the blood you saw in your testimony? If you were really testifying and not lying, you would have noted it right off the bat. Order. Miss Minnie, what is the meaning of this? What is the meaning of this? Miss Minnie, I'm thinking, don't interrupt me. She's a very good liar, but as soon as she can't lie anymore, she's hiding everything. That witness, that her personality did a complete 180 there. Lots of people do that when they're on the stand. Though. Yeah. In the last game, we saw some crazy shit go down. Like, they broke down like it was like it was the end of the world or something. Like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to snap. Now, hurry up with this testimony, if you please. It does still look a little shaken out. A lot help. Who's gonna be? The side room was like kind of dark, if you know. So like the costume is like purple, right? The blood totally blended right in. I persuaded my sister it wasn't right to do something like that. And then I took my sister to the channeling chamber. Yes, I now see. You have given us a clear reason for why you didn't notice the blood. You think? Thanks. If it was dark, how would you know it was your sister? For God's sake. Are you satisfied, Mr. Wright? Nah, bitch. I'm never satisfied. Until I see the 2 goddamn words on the screen, not guilty, I'm not gonna be satisfied at all. That's how I roll. Really? Because I thought it was pretty bright inside that room. Don't put your subjective opinions onto the score. It was pretty objective. Excuse me, but how is my save any more subjective than Miss Minnie's? You are such a hopeless cause. Witness, you may feel free to ignore this trite little man. Like, okay. Ugh, can't breathe. Let me out of here. Okay. You didn't see the blood? Like, yeah. But you must have had the gun with her at the time as well. That's, Are you going to tell me next that you didn't notice the gun either? I, like, totally didn't. All I was looking at was, like, her face. Continue. And, like... And I like persuaded my sister. And what was your sister, Miss Minnie, like at the time? Well, she was like totally flipped out because she just shot Dr. Gray. But I think she knew she like said she did something really bad. And like she said she wanted to go with me to apologize to Miss Morgan. Did Mimi's spirit really say all that to you? Like, yeah. Was your sister calm by that time? Like, I guess so. I guess maybe like taking her revenge on Dr. Gray like made her feel a lot better. I like to feel a lot better too, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The sooner the better. She says with her whip at the ready. And like Miss Morgan was the only one in the challenge chamber, you know. May I ask you one more thing? Was there anything you found strange, unusual, or just out of place? Something out of place? Like, what do you mean? When you arrived at the crime scene? I'm talking about when you arrived at the challenge chamber, like, no, nothing strange. I should do. Press harder. Think harder. I know you can remember something. I like totally can't. Just give up already, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I wonder if I put too much faith in our ability to do anything with that brain. No good. Can't find anything wrong. It just believes this testimony. If you don't find some sort of hitch in a statement, he'll end the trial, you know. We have to give it another shot. It doesn't matter how many times we listen. How many times we listen, we can't give up. Okay. I'm not giving up. Goodness. There was something else. There was other options, so let's explore those options. I'm talking about when you were in the sound room, of course. Like, no, nothing strange. What should I do? Press harder! Think harder. I know you remember something. I like totally can't. Just give up already, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Blah 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 blah. Maybe shit. Oh shit. Alright, it's not interesting anymore. Okay, let's go to the thing after that. The middle option. See if she can't say anything about that one. We're going to the crime scene. I'm talking about when you go into the challenge chamber, of course. Like, no, nothing strange. She answered rather quickly. Now what? Press harder. Think harder. I know you can remember something. Like, I totally can't. That's not good enough. You have to explain yourself clearly to this court. Do you think, Mr. Wright? Do you think, Mr. Wright, that whether or not there was something odd on the way to the chanting chamber is important? Oh yes, yes. I think it's very important. I asked because it's very important. Not that I know where I'm going with this. Very well. Miss Minnie, if you will please include a statement about this in your testimony. Like, I don't get it, but okay. I didn't see anyone on the way to the she should have seen what's her name? Pearl. She should have seen her like fixing the vase or the urn, whatever that thing was. I remember, like, I totally didn't see anyone on the way. I guess this really is a dead end. Something you finally pull out of a witness is never dead end. You know? No, good. I can't find anything wrong. Okay, we know this. I think she should have seen Pearly. I didn't see anyone. I think she should have seen her. You say that you didn't see anyone on the way to the shouting chamber? However, that is impossible. Like, what do you mean? I'd like to introduce someone to you. This is Miss Morgan Fay's daughter, Pearl Fay. Interesting, you have a semi-intelligent look on your face. So what about this child? It just so happens that at the time of the murder, Pearl was playing in the garden. The garden? Yep. Which means anyone walking through the area would have to have seen her. So, Miss Minnie, what do you have to say about that? Oh my god. She pulled her hat so far over her face, it made her look like she was a ghost. Holy crap. That's one stretchy ass motherfucking hat. As the skulls can see, she's a bit of an airhead. Also, she was leading her sister at the time. Do you honestly think she would have noticed a simple child playing? Preposterous! It's not preposterous, and I can prove it. But what sort of prudishness? There's no way someone walking in the because she was fixing the goddamn motherfucking lamp. Take that! I don't think that works. This urn is my proof. And we're gonna have to tell a secret. That's not fair. Do you know why it's cracked? It's because Pearl broke it, that's why. She broke the urn. Yow! Why? Why do I feel like you're about to ruin my beautiful day? I'm going to ruin every day. Anytime you come up against me, I'm gonna ruin every single one. Don't give a goddamn fuck about it. And Pearl was the one who put it back together while sitting right in the middle of the winding way. What? Miss Minnie. Pearl was there in the winding way at the time. She was hard at work putting the pieces of the urn back together, you see. If you couldn't see that while you were walking, I'd have to declare you legally blind. I cannot see, I'm legally blind. P.O.P. hold it down. You are a masterful liar. Mr. Wright, you need to watch what you say. The one who needs to watch what she's saying is the witness. So, Miss Minnie, tell us the truth. About what? About what? About where you really were at the time of the murder, of course. The witness just testified about that. That's right. I was like sleeping in the side room. can I believe her? Was she sleeping in the side room? I'm gonna choose there is no way. Your lies end here. What do you the witness says that during the actual murder she was asleep in the side room. I say that's not possible because I think I figured that out. A contradiction? Where is that contradiction? It's in a test. Help me, Maya. It's in the evidence. I think it's in her testimony. Earlier in your testimony, Miss Minnie, you made the following statement, and like Miss Morgan was the only one in the challenge chamber. You know, how could you have known that when you were sleeping? It's true that at the time, both myself and Miss Hart were not there. We had gone to call the police. So what does that like have to do with anything? It's very simple. Miss Minnie, how did you know that fact? How? I can see that Miss Faye was the only person in the challenge chamber. However, someone who was asleep in the side room could not have known that. Which means, Miss Minnie, you did in fact go to the challenge chamber. However, you didn't go there by way of the winding way. But look at this. Look at the manor guide map. If one were to go between the side room and the challenging chamber, one would have to use the winding way. That's the thing. She wasn't in the side room. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? She wasn't in the side room. Miss Minnie, please answer the question. Finally, she uses that word instead of a fucking word. Don't ask the question of a baseless assumption, if you please. I suppose since you put it out on the table, Mr. Finish, right? You might as well answer the question for us. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? This is your chance. The only person who could have killed her wasn't Minnie. So now it's time to prove it. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your answer. She was in the challenge chamber. So it's the only place that she could have been. Was here, of course. What? But that's the challenge chamber? Isn't that the crime scene? Exactly. That's right. Miss Minnie was at the scene of the crime. Suck it. Order. That's why. Mr. Finch, right? Have you lost your mind? Yesterday's testimony established that only the victim and the defendant were in the challenge chamber when the challenge started. Yes, that is correct. Please explain yourself, Mr. Wright. Simple. Miss Minnie was hiding at the scene of the crime. I was hiding? Where? Where was I hiding? She was hiding behind the screen. Here, of course. Behind the folding screen? Don't make me say this again. Recall yesterday's testimony. There ain't way nobody was hanging around out behind the folding screen. See, you stupid jerk. Quit being so quick to pin it on me, slimeball. Now, Miss Minnie, one so as young as you shouldn't be saying, "Shut it, Gramps," as if you know exactly how old I am. I'm sorry. Looks like the pipes burst. Guess I should help it along. The witness, she's changed her entire demeanor. The witness was hiding behind with the help of this clothing box. Take that! Miss Minnie, you were able to hide that the scene of the crime. The scene of the crime is very simple. You were hiding in this box. That tiny box. No person could fit in that. Bullshit. Sorry, your theory has already been disproved. you when she was hiding from you. But that clothing box was in the side room, right? Which means it has nothing to do with murder at all. That's right, I was sleeping there, so I should know. That clothing box was there in the side room the whole time. Mr. Wright, do you think you can prove where the clothing box was at the time of the crime? Do you think you can prove where the clothing box was at the time of the crime? Yes, sir. And now I present the piece of evidence that will prove that the clothing box was at the scene of the crime where it took place. The folding screen. Take a look at this clothing box. You're so stupid. As if there's any evidence of any sort of evidence in that old thing. This, what on earth? I don't have the time for you to sit there surprised. Hurry up and say it already. There's a hole about 8 inches off the ground. Yeah, a hole about 8 inches off the ground. Where have we heard that before? The folding screen, it has a hole at the same height. That's right. I hope this has opened your eyes to what happened. At the time of the shooting, the clothing box was sitting behind the folding screen, which is why the bullet from the pistol hit both the box and the folding screen. It went through the screen and then into the box. Miss Minnie, you were hiding behind the folding screen waiting for your chance. Yes, for your chance to kill Dr. Gray. Ah! Order. So what are you saying? Then, Mr. Phoenix, right, what about this picture? Are you saying that the person in the photo is Miss Minnie, Minnie? That's exactly what I'm saying. Miss Minnie, you were hiding inside this clothing box all along. And you wore a medium's costume to masquerade as my FA. To masquerade as my FA? You had it planned from the very beginning. She would kill Dr. Gray and pin it on my client. No, stop! I can't stand to listen to any more of this foolishness. If that's the case, Mrs. Phoenix Wright, then I have a proposition. This whole idea that the witness moved the clothing box to the crime scene, pretended to be the defendant, killed the victim, and then fled to the scene of the crime? That's not possible for one. Yes, correct. It is not possible. It's really impossible. For one person to do all that, all the preparations, that is. Ow. Need I remind you, the foolish receive no mercy. Wait! Miss Von Karma, you said it was not possible for one person, correct? You can't be serious. Huff. Miss Minnie, you had an accomplice. Yes, you did. And I know exactly who that was. This person, if it wasn't someone from Korean Village, you wouldn't have gotten that costume. And if it wasn't someone from the Faye household, you wouldn't have that box to use. Morgan Faye? Isn't that the wonderful lady witness who we had earlier? What do you have to say to this, Miss Minnie? Grr. You shot Dr. Gray with your own 2 hands. Do you deny it? I think this is what really happened. The murderer had planted herself scene before the casino crime beforehand. Dressed in a medium's costume and wearing a wig, she pretended to be the defendant. And then the channeling started. The murderer crept silently towards the other two, both of whom had their eyes closed. First, she drugged Maya Fey with a strong sleeping agent. Then, she stabbed Dr. Gray with the knife. Next, she hid in my client's. Sorry. She did that so she could take Maya's place and frame her for the crime. But that's when something unexpected happened. Unexpected? Yes. Bang. Bang bang, she's jumping down. Dr. Gray was actually not yet dead. With the last of his strength, he fired a shot at his attacker. And that is why the hole in the folding screen was so low to the ground. The murderer took the gun from Dr. Gray and bang. After that, you and the other lady fought to break into the room. Yes, a gunshot is certainly something you wouldn't expect to hear, which is why upon hearing the shots, we forced our way into a challenge chamber. Miss Minnie, she immediately covered her own costume with blood and pretended to be Maya Fey. But that sort of deception would have been easy to see through, which is precisely why Miss Morgan Fay chased us out. Please, leave this area to me. Go quickly and inform the police. Hurry, before there are more victims here. What is one supposed to say? This is the real truth behind this murder. Who is that laughing at a time like this? Oh, you simple-minded fools. I'm sorry. Are you still, by any chance, evolving? What is this? Was it this time? Miss Von Karma. Surely. Of course it was me. Do you really think someone of the Von Karma blood would lose due to something this petty? What in the world? Mr. Phoenix Wright, your argument is flawed in one very crucial area, and that is, if this witness is the real murderer, why would she go through all those trouble? Huh? Working together with the medium, pretending to be one, putting one on this whole act. What reason would she have to do such foolish things? Well, that's, yeah, that's right. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Oh, and one other thing. Why would Miss Itty Minnie want to kill Dr. Gray? What is her motive? Exactly. That's exactly what I wanted to say too. Yeah, motive. I don't have a motive. Don't need a motive to kill someone. You can just kill someone on a whim. I can't say she has a motive here. I have to think of a motive now. What is the reason she wanted Gray's dead? What is the reason she wanted her dead? I think it's something to do with her. It's something to do with her sister, definitely. This is a world search. Oh god. Made a mistake. My breathing has come. My eyesight is failing me. Think carefully about this. Phoenix, think back. What kind of axe would Innie have to grind Dr. Gray? There's only one reason, right? Only one. Because her sister. I think it's something to do with her sister. Ha! This is what I thought. You bored me with your silly answers. It's something to do with her sister. Now even she is going to for me. You think I did this to get revenge for my sister's death? Yes. Because though that was an accident, you suffered a lot of hurt and pain yourself. Don't be so stupid. No one has no one has proof that Dr. Gray drugged my sister, right? And you want to say I wanted to take revenge based on nothing? What do you mean by that? See now, stupid Grant. I'm like going to explain, so like please listen, okay? It's been over half a year since I just discharged from the hospital. If I like wanted revenge, then like I wouldn't have waited this long. And besides, like this guy, like the guy that thought of the spirit thing was like Dr. Gray. It was like a total coincidence. He asked me about it, you know. She's back on to her herself. However, you see, pathetic, Mr. Phoenix, right? You failed to support your own theory. The end. I think we have our answer, Mr. Phoenix, right? What Miss Mooney stated is very true. The revenge plan is overly complicated. She has no motive in the first place. Furthermore, there is no reason for Miss Morgan Fay to cooperate with this plan. You don't even have any truly decisive pieces of evidence to demonstrate your point. So many fronts. Oh, I hope to God I didn't fuck this up. What happened? I thought I had a sure. Hold, what the, who's going to hold it? Your Honor, please allow the defense one more minute. Alright. You can't lose here. Have faith in your Phoenix. Yes, it does sound like a ridiculous, messed up plan for a murder. But you know, regardless that the girl trained for this crime. Really? Listen, Phoenix. Everything happens for a reason. There is a reason for why she had to kill Dr. Gray. It is also the reason she had no choice but to kill him in this fashion. Can I really do this? Yes, I can. Yes! I'm gonna keep going, man. I'm gonna keep going. Ladies and gentlemen, this ain't gonna stop. I will show and substantiate the fact that Miss Minnie had a motive. Ha ha ha, too bad, you're too late. My cross-examination was already ended after all. Interesting. I'll let you have your chance, Mr. Sims, right? What? You're supposed to be on my side. Avon Karma only cares about the perfect win. As long as you have the will to fight, I will knock you down, Mr. Phoenix Wright. That rhymed. And I don't care if you are my witness. So help me, I will blow you out of my way. No way. Very well. The court will now take a 5-minute recess. We'll continue the cross-examination after you reconvene. Hey, wait a sec! Woo! That was a long-ass episode, guys. Thank you guys for watching today's part. It's been crazy, but we're going up to the final showdown in the next part. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you did, and subscribe for more. And I'll see you guys later for some more Justice for All. Peace.